For the transgender players of Gold Diggers FC, football has always been more than just a game. It's been a lifeline. But a recent UK Supreme Court ruling redefining the legal term woman as biological sex has shaken that foundation, casting doubt on their place in the sport they love. On the pitch in East London, the inclusive football club continues to train, play, and chant in unity. But behind the cheers and camaraderie lies a growing fear that the Football Association's decision to ban transgender women from participating in women's leagues, set to take effect from June 1st, could sideline them entirely. Sammy Rees, a transgender woman and member of Gold Diggers FC, spoke of the emotional toll this legal shift has taken.
I mean, waking up every day and seeing a horrible piece of news about you pretty much every day is pretty harming, it's pretty damaging, and it definitely takes its toll. I think, especially since the Supreme Court ruling, I've been more judgmental of myself, more critical, more thinking about how other people would view me in a negative light, which is something that I never really had to deal with before. So it's been new stresses, yeah.
Founded in 2015, Gold Diggers FC was created to welcome women and non-binary people into a footballing space free from judgment. Now, club founder Fleur Cousins says the team is drawing a line in the sand.
And I think what we found so disgusting about the recent ruling is that the FA have decided who is and who is not allowed to call football their home. And that's something that for us we can't stand by, because we've always been a trans-inclusive team, we always will be a trans-inclusive team, and we have first-hand experience of what that's like. And for us, we never want that to change, because trans joy is at the centre of Gold Diggers, and we learn and grow so much through the way that we operate as a team together. So when the FA made this ruling, our immediate response was to be very clear that any league we're in that is FA affiliated and operates on the basis of those rulings, we immediately leave. We've already now left one league, and any other league who stands by the FA, we will leave as well, because they can stand by the FA, but we will stand by our trans members.
Already, Gold Diggers FC has pulled out of one FA-affiliated league. They say they'll continue doing so to protect the integrity of their mission, football for all. The ruling has ignited fierce debate across the UK. Outside the courts, Women's Rights Network supporters celebrated what they see as a victory for fairness and safety in women's sports. Jane Sullivan, sports coordinator for the group, warned,
for the past few years, we've been analysing the sports policies of sports in the UK, and the vast majority had policies that allowed males into the female category. They were unfair, and in many cases, such as with football, cricket, wrestling, they were unsafe because, males are known to be stronger than females, and putting females on a football pitch with males is just downright.
But others say the move is not only premature, but deeply exclusionary. Sports law professor Dr. Seema Patel of Nottingham Trent University noted,
I believe that the ruling was, the ban was premature. Since the ruling, it's not been very long at all. We don't have any information on the practical implications of the ruling for sport. The EHRC are working through that and have issued a public consultation, which again is open at the moment. So you could argue that any ban by a governing body at this stage is quite premature.
Despite the uncertainty, Gold Diggers' spirit is unshaken. Goalkeeper Paula Griffin, who identifies as trans, admits the ruling made her cry at first, but says the wave of support since has been overwhelming.
What I've seen over the last couple of weeks, the first day when the news came out, I cried. And that was, I was crying because I was sad, things were being taken away from me. But as, days moved on, I got messages of support, not just from goal diggers, but from so many friends and allies I've made in football over the last 3 years. I feel so positive going forward, but I don't want the fight to stop. The fact that they won't stop with FA affiliated football. They will try to stop with all football, and they're taking away just the basic right to be ourselves.
Still, the question lingers. What happens next? The Equality and Human Rights Commission is expected to release new guidelines soon. But for now, the future remains unclear. Sammy Rees says all they want is to play the sport they love. On the pitch, the whistle blows, the ball rolls, and the chants ring out. GDFC. Even amid legal rulings and political battles, one thing is clear. Gold Diggers FC won't back down.